Planet Dolan. From swear words to really just unclear titles, we count 14 embarrassing acronym fails. Hey there guys, I'm Danger Dolans Mysterious brother. I'm here to blow your mind with academic research, insight, and other dark magic. Number 14. A lot of us can relate to times we've had to deal with shady car mechanics. Some may have flat out lied about what was wrong with our car, and some may have increased the cost of repairs. If you live near this service center in what looks to be China, be wary. While the name Authorized Service Shop is normal, the acronym ASS isn't. Then again, let's hope the acronym isn't saying anything about the mechanics employed or the service they provide. Number 13. In these harsh economic times, many people need government assistance. This can include a food assistance program, which this particular Kentucky Fried Chicken restaurant supports. But when the sign maker decided to unnecessarily make Food Assistance Program into the acronym FAP, it was the kind of fail that might make some people lose their appetites. Just remember, if you're going to eat here, be wary of the special sauce. Number 12. A lot of people use subways and buses to get around every day. Public transportation can sometimes be iffy though, to the disappointment of the many that rely on it. This sign with the acronym SCAT, which stands for Sarasota County Area Transit, hopefully doesn't reflect what their transportation system is really like. Number 11. Like the first item on this list, this business has an unusual acronym that stands for a normal business name. But unlike the first item, this one was found in Philadelphia where most people speak English. So it would make sense for the creators to know what the acronym PHAG sounds like. It turns out this is a home decor and furnishing store. Their website even says, PHAG is a slang term that refers to any individual who proudly strives to thwart oppression and negative stereotypes. So what does that have to do with selling home decor and furnishings? Number 10. Alright, in all fairness, this sign is in Spanish, so its acronym SHIT can be forgiven. While unclear, the sign appears to be for some kind of hotel service, so hopefully English-speaking tourists won't see it and be dissuaded from staying there. This is of course assuming the place is not just an openly shitty hotel. Number 9. In emergencies, it's important to remain calm. This sign does a great job of contradicting itself with the bad acronym of PANIC, while stating at the end to remain calm. At least each letter stands for the proper way to handle a fire emergency. Though, unless you're a firefighter or an investigator, who cares about the possible causes? Well, at least when you need to concentrate more on getting out of the fiery building. Number 8. If you haven't worked it out by now, acronyms are abbreviations formed from the initial letters of a series of words. Some of you already knew that definition, but the creator of this one apparently didn't. Here we see the word SMART, which in itself isn't bad, unless you look at the phrases next to each letter. This reads more like a bulleted list than an actual acronym. They earn 1 point for saying at least eating a salad is a smart choice. Number 7. The Kelly Kirby Kindergarten Piano Method strives to introduce young people to music by means of, well, a piano. But this otherwise noble program probably raised a few eyebrows when the name was made into the racist sounding KKK. If you read the sign, the K's are even in big bold-faced type. Obviously, the company wanted to get people's attention. They certainly got it. Number 6. When it comes time to do some back-to-school shopping, parents and kids might go to stores that specialize in school clothes. One of these stores is called Just F Kids, or JFK for short. Not that the actual name is all that long. Besides the questionable name, Just F Kids, was it really so hard to spell 4 by the way? An acronym that practically associates an assassinated president's initials with shopping for school clothes is just wrong. Number 5. Yet another sign in a foreign language with an English acronym. This time the language is French, but the English word is crap. It looks like this business has something to do with skiing, though most people probably don't think that way about snow sports unless they wipe out or fall off the chairlift. Number 4. One of the reasons people use acronyms is to easily remember certain facts. An example is a student creating one to try and easily remember information for a test. Well, this acronym wasn't created to remember information for a test. In fact, good luck remembering any of what reinvest stands for, which is reducing impulsivity in repeat violent offenders using a selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor, which comes from a recent medical journal, but it sounds a lot like a Clockwork Orange. Number 3. Women take flight sounds like a mantra spoken during feminist meetings. However, if they looked at this particular hat and the acronym WTF, the meaning might take a dramatic turn. It's unclear where the hat was being sold or what the phrase was really supposed to mean, especially since it's giving mixed messages. Number 2. Compared to other acronym fails on this list, this one isn't all that bad until you get to the last word in the title. Here, a company is promoting their solar-powered pedestrian CROSSWALK. The acronym HAWK stands for High Intensity Activated Crosswalk. Apparently they included W and K in CROSSWALK. The creators must have been really desperate to have Hawk as their acronym. But seriously, they could have used the X for cross and called it HACKS, because it's like a life hack for your city council. Number 1. Droughts can be rough, and it's very important to conserve water the best you can. That was what this sign was trying to tell people when California was going through one. The idea of making water the acronym for a sign meant to tell people to conserve water during a drought was clever, but the letters that make up an acronym should only be made up of the first letter of each word in the phrase or title. The A in this one is part of a 3-word phrase, while the TER is part of a single word. The technical name for this kind of acronym is not an acronym. We have another question for you guys. What's the time you messed up by fumbling your words? I do it every week, but I get to record over it. Let us know on the Reddit page link below and you might be featured in a future countdown. Well, that's it for this countdown, but catch you guys next time. Everyone knows in China there's only one place to go for a new hairstyle. May Dick will give you such a good haircut you'll want to go straight out and buy yourself some new shoes. But don't worry, because May Dick will also sell you a sweet pair of Jordans too. If you ask me, May Dick is the only Dick in China.